Is this Schoolboy Q's best album? On March 1st, the TDE artist dropped his 6th studio album, Blue Lips, with features from Rico Nasty, Freddie Gibbs, Ab Soul, and TDE's new signee, Devin Malik. Before we get to this video, make sure you like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. With Q dropping his last album, Crash Talk, on April 26, 2019, he didn't seem to disappoint his fans with his recent project, which received positive reviews despite not dropping a project in 5 years. As for Crash Talk, he ranked it as number 5 of 6 of his album, as he quotes, "was chasing the first week number. Album has highs though. To be honest, some of my best rapping even though it wasn't to my standards personally. Still good though." He also ranked his new album, Blue Lips, at number 1, quoting, "It's early but it's how I feel today. Could change. I mean bruh, y'all never heard me rap like this. Album been done for years to be real. I just didn't know where I would fit in this bullshit and algorithm. So I made my bed and chose art." In the 19-track album, Q raps about his personal feelings in songs like Cooties and Blue Slides, expressing feeling like a prisoner in his own house, breaking down and being caught the next time it happens, and helping out people, but being taken for granted. Q also talks about losing his close friend, Mac Miller, to drugs. The album also has electrifying bangers like Yearn 101 being the single, and Thank God For Me, which he previewed at the Boiler Room with Cal Banks. Other than creating good quality albums, Schoolboy Q been known for his unique flow and style, whether if it's him wearing a bucket hat early in his career or just his street lingo. But with everything we wrapped up with Blue Lips, is this his best album? Let's take it back. On January 11, 2011, Schoolboy Q dropped his first studio album, Setbacks. It charted at number 100 on the Billboard 200 charts. The album had features from Black Hippie members Kendrick Lamar, Ab Soul, and J-Rock, also Jhené Aiko. Even though Q had previous mixtapes like Schoolboy Turned Hustler and Gangsta and Flow, Setbacks was the introduction to a lot of people discovering Q's music. Q had notable songs on the album like Fig Get the Money, I Bet I Got Some Weed, Fantasy, and Birds and the Bees featuring Kendrick Lamar. On January 14, 2012, Q released his second studio album, Habits and Contradictions. With this album, Q began to build a bigger audience and fan base. The album charted at number 111 out of the Billboard 200 chart. Q recently ranked this album at number 3 of the 6, quoting, "Bruh, I figured it out. Made an indie hit, Hands on the Wheels, Blessed, OMG, There He Goes, bruh, so many highs, Nightmare on Fig, Sacrilegious, Raymond 1968, Portishead samples. I don't know how I put this off on God, but 8 out of 10. For me, take away 3 songs, but I don't know. Damn near flawless in my opinion. This album made me who I am. Oxy music, sheesh." This will be the new beginning of Q and A$AP Rocky building a relationship in music with his song, Hands on the Wheel. Around this time, TDE and A$AP Mob was taking over music. On February 25th, 2014, Q dropped his 3rd studio album, Oxymoron. And I'll just put it like this. If you know, you know. Oxymoron debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 charts. The album sold 139,000 copies the first week and went platinum. The album was also nominated for Album of the Year at the BET Hip Hop Awards and Best Rap Album at the Grammys. Q fell short to Eminem's The Marshall Mathers LP2. With features from 2 Chainz, Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, and an early SZA, the album was bound to be successful. But it was songs without features that really set the tone for the album, like Man of the Year, Hell of a Night, Break the Bank, Yay Yay, and Hoover Street. On July 8th, 2016, Q dropped his 4th studio album, Blank Face LP. A lot of people will argue that this is Schoolboy Q's best album, even though the number says otherwise. Blank Face LP charted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 charts, selling 74,000 copies first week with 52,000 pure sales. In an interview with Charlamagne the God, Q expresses his difficulties he was going through not completely selling out shows for the first time in his career. He also expresses how it messed up his confidence so bad as an artist that he didn't want to talk music with nobody, and at that point, leaving the music behind and just being a father. The album had features from Kanye West, Jadakiss, E40, Vince Staples, and TF. Q continued his gangster rap and G-Fuck sound with songs like Took Your Nose 2, Big Body, By Any Means, and John Muir. He also scored 2 Grammy nominations for Best Rap Performance from That Part featuring Kanye West and Best Rap Album, but fell short from both by Chance the Rapper, Coloring Book. Despite what numbers say, Many will believe that Blank Face LP is a classic album alongside Oxymoron. And that leaves us with his 5th studio album that was released on April 26, 2019, Crash Talk. The album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 chart, selling 81,000 copies first week. Q had features from Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, 21 Savage, and YG. In the same interview with Charlamagne the God, Q expresses how it took 4 tries to create Crash Talk. He quotes, "The first one was too introspective, the second one was me trying to sound like what I was listening to, and the third one was completely trash." He also explains how this was the album because he kept crashing all his life, especially with the loss of Mac Miller the year before. Q kicked off Crash Talk with single Num Num Juice being his highest charting song ever, with Crash Talk having other songs like Chopsticks, Floating, Dangerous, and Water featuring Lil Baby. Many will agree that Crash Talk will be their least favorite album, including Q ranking it 5, with Setbacks being ranked at number 6. With Q's new album Blue Lips, you can hear the growth and confidence from the artist, who is now 37 with 2 daughters, and also being more self-aware with his happiness. Hopefully, we don't have to wait too long for more music. So is Blue Lips Schoolboy Q's best album? Comment below your favorite album from Q. Hope you guys liked the video. See you guys soon.